Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, my pretties, to my review of John Wick 3. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. For this channel and my other channel, Sod Passion Gaming, a channel where I live stream quite a bit and play video games. Now, I will have to say this film, John Wick 3, is an exemplary... Ooh, no, example? That doesn't quite work. Exemplar of the action franchise. There we are. Is that a word? I don't care. I'm making up one. Of the action, genre. It is truly superb. From beginning to end, it keeps up quite the pace. From action scene to action scene to action scene, constantly keeping it fresh without burning you out in any way. There's like one scene very early on when John Wick manages to sneak into je ne sais quoi, an armory of sorts that has a bunch of display guns, and he has to quickly assemble a gun from like the various working parts of those display guns in order to buy himself a bit of time. And it's just such a fantastic sequence because you can feel the dread. Like, he has to do this, or otherwise he is in quite a bit of trouble. But, yes, it is a lot of fun. What else? Some amazing things. Like, I hope nobody was injured during the production of this. I hope we have any major stories like we had with Deadpool 2. But there was something a bit too congratulatory. There we are. That's the word I'm looking for. With an action scene with two martial artists engaging hand to hand with John Wick, looking up, wink, wink, Keanu Reeves, and getting a bit up there in age, but still is doing a fantastic job while on screen. And like by the end of that sequence, I said, well, I hope he leaves him alive. It would be nice to return the favor. And you know what? He does. So I did appreciate that. And on the whole, I did have a fantastic time with this movie. Like, again, I cannot stress enough, the action is superb, and it makes me very hyped for the spin-off, I believe, with Halle Berry, if that still works, and John Wick 4. Because, oh boy, I do not want to provide spoilers, but it left itself on quite the cliffhanger. Though, something that I am reminded by about this, that I will go into, basically in order to try and earn himself something of a second chance with the high table. He eventually ends up cutting off one of his fingers, but it's the ring finger, basically, so it's not going to have that big of an impact, because obviously you couldn't commit to something like that, or they just take too much up in the following films and this film to plan and shoot around. But then it's not really that meaningful either, and easy to remove and post with CG. I don't know. I guess it was symbolic of like giving up the ring as well, despite how much it meant to him, but did you have to cut off the finger as well for that? I don't know. Anywho, I'm interested to see where this goes, even though he did have something of superhero level of survival with one thing. When at the very start of the film, it's a cut artery that he has to worry quite a lot about, but hey, he does seem like barely alive, not just walking it off after the fact. So yeah, and again, a fantastic film. I highly recommend watching it. I believe I watched it on, Amazon Prime. You should be able to find that and the first two films on there if you want to give it a watch yourself as well. I highly recommend it. And yes, anything else? No, I think that's it. Nothing without going into too much spoilers for the plot, at the very least. And yeah, I guess it's not really worth a mention. The other ones was a little side thing, but the other one is too much to a central character throughout the film to actually go into. So yes, that shall be all for my review of John Wick 3. Had a blast with it. I highly recommend it and the rest of the franchise. And at some point, either in the past or in the future, you'll be able to watch a review of a game I played through, John Wick's Hex, a tie-in game to je ne sais quoi, the film franchise. Head over to that video at some point if you want to know my thoughts about that. Now, with all that said, once again, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell, not only for this channel, but my other channel, Sod Passion Gaming, a YouTube channel where I also stream a bunch of games. So, Tata, Wiedersehen, until we meet again.